Hey folks, welcome back. This is End All Be All, and this is the second match of the third week. And today we're facing Ebob, which is basically Babe spelled backwards. Ebob is a rebel scum. Let's see which guild he belongs to. He belongs to the Turkish Rebel Alliance. Um, Pretty decent lifetime banners, 280k, but doesn't have either of the Galactic Legends. And if I look at the stats, similar in GP to me, overall, really good offensive record, 703, and defensive records, 290. Look at that. It's like about 40%. So I think Ebob really likes to go with a really tough defense usually, and it works a lot for him. Doesn't end up clearing all the time, but ends up getting tons of holes on some tricky teams here and there. So let's go ahead and jump right in and start our battle. So just like last time, since my opponent doesn't have a galactic legend, I decided not to keep my Ray on defense. Kept her on offense, but still kept a really tough defense for my opponent to take out. And as you can see, they've already gone. A couple of battle against my Darth Revan. That was good to see. The Night Sister team, given that two of them are G12, it's very easy to underestimate. So good to see a couple of battles there as well. And then I kept Rex and fives with Barris. I usually keep Shakti lead with both of those clones, but decided to keep Shakti on offense this time, just for some additional flexibility. And at the back over here, my opponent hasn't gone yet. I think they're just waiting for me to go to see how I do. But I've kept some really tough teams. The Finn lead with the Heroes and CLS. Both of those are really hard-hitting, fast squads. So that can be tough if you don't have the right team to take against it. Padme I've kept on defense, which is a little bit of a gamble, but I think it should be fine. And then Grievous I've kept with Watt this time. Watt is simply amazing with other separatists, and I have kept B2 in there, so he's going to get the taunting tech right away. And mostly, if you're taking the JKR counter against this particular Grievous squad, you will go right after B2 and try to get him down. But you won't be able to use AoEs because the moment you use an AoE, B2 is going to get a turn and then he's going to get additional 30-40% protection back. Plus, the Watt unique, he's going to end up giving bonus protection to all separatist allies equal to 30% of his max health, which is about 67k. So yeah, not much. So 20-30k extra protection my B2 is going to be getting. And he's a slightly defensive build as well. 93k protection. So he's going to have about 120k protection, recovering it pretty often. And if you manage to get B2 down, you still have to get Watt down first because your Watt is going to end up reviving B2 and then it's going to be problematic. So if you decide to go after Watt first before B2, then B2 is going to end up getting plenty of turns, and either way Grievous is going to demolish your team. So that's the rationale behind keeping B2 in there. In my previous match, I did face a similar team but with Magna instead of B2. I feel this version is slightly more threatening, so that's why I decided to go with that. All right, and then up top over here, relatively easier teams. I've kept Poggle lead, which gives plenty of offense to separatists without hive mind. So B1 is going to be hitting extra hard. There's a L3 in there for the pre-taunt and extra droid synergy. Poggle lead also gives droids extra health every time they counter, and L3 or every time they attack out of turn. And L3 counters a lot, so there's that health synergy with Poggle as well. There's Dooku that I've kept with Droideka. Dooku and Droideka have got tons of good synergy. There's a lot of evasion and other counter synergy which is there as well. And then I've kept Magna Guard in there, some extra synergy with Separatists. And then I've kept Nute and Dengar with Nest. And Nute and Dengar will go under stealth, especially after Nute dies once, and then leaving Nest out in the open. So Dengar and Nest by themselves are a really good combination because you really can't focus down on Dengar. It keeps going under stealth. So you need to basically go through Nest first, all the while Dengar is sniping you with thermals and all that. And then I kept the Vets under Poe. Relatively fast Poe, 290 something. So not exactly a B team, 293. Yeah. So not exactly a B team. It's going to take something heavy to take down. That team in the back typically for me has had a couple of holes usually in the past. So not too easy teams, but definitely the tougher zone is down below. So I'll be curious to see what my opponent takes there. And then I've kept my Malevolence on defense over here and Kenobi on offense. So that's my defense. Let's take a look at my opponent. They've kept the same team that I've usually seen on their GAC history. So that makes me feel a little better because I can anticipate what's going to be there at the back. There's a relatively weak Night Sister team with Acolyte, so that's the hide the Acolyte version. So I need to get something with AoE there. There's Django and Dooku under Nute. There's a Bounty Hunter squad. And then there's a Grievous squad, which is relicked up, but I think with a decent JKR, we should be able to get through that. There's no B1, so there's going to be no healing there. But we do need to be able to mark and take down B2 pretty fast. And down south, he's kept his Darth Revan squad, but without Basti and Malik, which is good to see. And then a couple of other tougher squads. There's a Watt with Brood, so he's going to be giving the taunting tech to Brute, and maybe health and weapon tech to the others. So this is the only situation in 3v3 where Watt will be able to give all three techs out. So that could be an interesting team. I'll have to see what I want to take against that. Most probably I'll just take my Treya. And then there's the Poggle with B1, similar to what I've done. Poggle under B1 gives B1 tons of offense, and Droidica is relict as well, so he's going to be getting tons of offense as well. So that's going to be an interesting team to take. So let's see what we want to do. So I think I'll start the battle with the Treya against the Geos. There's Nihilus over there for Annihilate, so that should prevent any revives from Watt. And I'm not that worried because the Spy is G12, is modded for damage, but a G12 Spy is a big difference from a G13 Spy, which is why my latest Relic edition is Spy. Just 2-3 days back, before this GAC lock, I Relic Spy up to, I think, R3, if not R5, I don't remember. But now he's hitting really, really hard, and I think it's really a good investment to make. So I'm going to go ahead with my Treya squad against that, and land the Isolate on Brute and keep working on the others. That's going to be the plan. So he's going to go first. It's going to go twice actually. Okay, and not hitting as hard, which is good to see. Cooldown increased, which is good. Let's isolate and give the cooldown increase over there. Let's do this. Okay, so all the techs are out. I'm going to dispel this from Spy. Alright, now let's recover some protection. Let's land an ability block so that he doesn't cleanse. And excellent. So now the Annihilate is going to come around in the next turn. Let's do a Daze. Let's keep attacking him. Alright, let me just go ahead and annihilate this guy since he's a G12, G13 and relicked up, and Spy was hidden anyway. Got held by hatred. Let's dispel that, all those debuffs from Spy, all those buffs, and keep working on Watt. Let's reduce cooldown once again. Let's do that. Alright, so this should be pretty straightforward. I would have been definitely more worried if the Spy was G13. It would have made a big difference to the damage output, especially since my Treya and Scion are only G12, so they're not that survivable. So the Spy got the health tech, which is why he's recovering so much bonus protection, the med pack. So this should take care of him, and we are done. So 51 banners there, one team done. Now for this other squad, the Poggle squad, I think I want to take in my how fast are these guys? They're going to be hitting really, really hard, 251. I think I'm going to take in my Shakti team over here. There's going to be tons of assists, so that's going to reduce B1 stacks pretty fast with the arc being in there as well. Echo is good for stunning the droids, and there's going to be tons of health recovery as well, retribution. So I think I'll do that. That might be the best counter to this. And I'm still saving my gas and snips for the back. So let's take this in, and who do you want to get down first? Maybe B1 battle droid. Let's give this to Echo. And let's heal up Echo a little bit. Oh, let's stun. Dispel and stun. Excellent. Let's heal up Echo. Ooh. Droideka was hitting heavy over there. Let's see if we are able to get rid of this guy. Okay, so we lost our arc, our Echo, but I think we should be able to get through this guy pretty easily, especially since Shakti has got Dispel on basic, which is another reason why I took Shakti in here. And the clones hit really hard under her. So lost a character, but got through it in one shot, which is going to be my main goal. I think as long as I one shot everything, I win, especially given the fact that my opponent had a couple of lost battles over here. Now, I think my opponent will probably have an EP team at the back, for which I'll probably need to use JKR or gas, and then this is going to be the next toughest team, the Grievous squad. So I'm just going to go in and use my Ray to solo that. Given the fact that I don't have my Padme over here, I think I'll just go in and just take my Ray in and finish it off. She's not going to get feared. There's not going to be much damage over here. Tons of health. Let's keep working down on these guys. Who should I go after? Let's keep working down on them. Yep, she hits hard. Ooh, I've lost some protection, so I need to get that back. Let's go below and then try to finish off. Since we've got damage immunity, we should be able to do this and get rid of Revan. And now let's work down on Marauder. Yep, it should be not a big deal getting through this team. Okay, so that was 55 banners. We got through that team. I think they don't have any good meta teams at the back. Yes, this is exactly what they have set in the past. The toughest team over here is probably going to be the EP Basti team. Otherwise, I think we are good. So I think we're in a good position now. Both of us have cleared one zone each. I'm about 35, 36 banners ahead. So let me make a plan for what I want to do for the rest, and then we'll start our attack. Alright, so against the Grievous squad, I want to use either my JKR or gas. But I think the JKR team, especially with Grandmaster Yoda, might be more effective against the Basti team over here, the EP Basti team. So I'm going to try to go against this Grievous squad with just my gas. I think these guys should be enough to get the job done, because the only damage deal over there is Grievous, so General Skywalker might not lose his taunt that early. Plus he's got days, so that should help. And Ahsoka has got Dispel to get rid of Magna Guard's taunt. Let's take this and see if this is able to get the job done. So let's supply some days first. Excellent, we got days on everyone. Let's get some protection up. Okay, so that guy's gone. So far so good. I want to see if we can reduce his health a little bit. As long as you hit Grievous without protection. Okay, this should be fine. So we went under stealth, which is not good because we'll end up losing Ahsoka probably. Ooh, just managed to survive. Okay, that was good. Okay, so the gamble paid off. We got about 53. Just managed to survive with Ahsoka. So that's good to see, especially if you're keeping General Skywalker on offense. It's should be able to take out a good General Grievous squad. I don't know if that would have worked if B2 wasn't, with B1 wasn't there. A little dicey probably. All right, let's take care of the other tougher team, which is going to be this one, the EP team. And we're going to go in with our JKR squad over there. With Jolie, I don't think we need Bastila in there. Probably going to save Bastila for a Wampa team. And people go either way, attacking Bastila first or Palp. I prefer Palp just because these guys lose tons of health every time that they go. So I don't like that. So I just want to get rid of Palp first, and then work down on the others. Let's pass it back to him. This is the easier version. If Malik was there, I wouldn't have done as many AoEs, so it would have been slightly tougher. Alright, let's just get rid of this guy. And let's mark down Basti and get rid of her. Okay, almost done. Yeah, this should finish her off. So those two teams are taken care of, and now we just have a few minor teams that we need to take care of. Let's see, what do I want to do against these other teams? I think the next toughest team is probably going to be the Night Sister team. What do I want to do? I'll probably use, so I've got my Basti Wampa team. Maybe I should use that against the Night Sister team. These guys do have revives, but that's only Daka, and we can always ability block Daka with Basti. That's the advantage. If there's no zombie, there's no other way for these guys to revive. And yeah, I think I'll probably use my Basti Wampa team against that. I love Wampa under Basti and with Hermit Yoda. There's tons of protection recovery that these guys do. Let's just call Wampa to get rid of Spirit. She gets called back, but that's fine. Supply a daze, and let's watch this in slow motion. Wampa with Master's Training and with all those buffs from Basti. That's excellent. Man, I never get tired of Wampa womping away at these guys. 71k. Alright, that was easy enough. Let's see, what else do I want to do over here? I think I'll take in my... Who else do I have who can... I've got some decent squads left. Alright, let's clear the bottom zone first. I think I'm going to take in my... Against the Vader squad, given that it's dot synergy, I'm going to take in my first order squad. With these two. Do I have the other Kylo Ren? No, I think I'll just use these guys. I don't think I need the other Kylo Ren. So I'm going to stun Vader first, pass this back to him, stun Mission next, and then start working down on Vader. Just do a basic because I want to save my dispel. Keep the taunt on him. And yep, dispel him. Now keep the taunt on him by using a basic here. Let's keep working down on him. Let's pass this back to him so that he can stun Vader again, prevent dots from going out. As long as I keep the dots on only crew, we are fine since he's immune to any damage from dots. Okay, let's just get rid of Zalbar. And then we can just focus down on these guys. So Vader is stunned again for a double turn stun. So we're just going to go after Mission, take her out first. And then keep working down over here. There, we managed to avoid all AoEs from Vader, which was the important thing. Okay, clean victory. And against the crew squad, I'm just going to take in my JTR. That's the most reliable counter. Even though it's only a G12 crew, it's probably overkill, but it's fine. Let's do this. All right, let's take this guy down. It was easy. Let's hide everyone. All right, let's see if we can't land a stun over here. Okay. Let's just take out the retribution and start working down on this guy. See if we can't get an Illuminated Destiny off over here. Ooh, I should have done that to the other guy. Okay, let's just finish him off and then we will do that. Okay, this should take care of him, and we are good with 54. So bottom zone cleared. Let's focus the rest of our efforts on the top zone. Okay, let's just go ahead and use our Empire squad against this one, and I think I'm going to use Vader instead of these guys. Yep, this one should be enough for the Bossk squad. Let's pass this over here, see if we can't get some stuns. Excellent. Let's start working on Boba. Fracture Bossk so he doesn't get a taunt off, and keep working down on him. Alright, so this guy is almost taken care of. Let's land a shock over there. See if we can't finish him off. Let's pass it back to Vader so he can land the finishing blow. And let's keep working on him. Fracture him again. And keep working down on these guys. Let's do this. Stun won't land on that guy, but we are working down on him slowly. Let's pass this back to EP. Save the fracture for now. Let's get down a little more health. Okay, now we can fracture. Let's land some stuns. Let's keep working down on Bossk. Pass it back to Vader. Stun. And do that. Okay, that guy is gone. Let's pass it back to Vader. Dengar is a really solid character. The ability to go under stealth and all that. You need a specific set of skills to take him down. Okay, let's pass it back to EP. Fracture, and next hit should take care of it. There we go. Okay, so Bossk is taken care of. Now we just have a couple more teams and then we are good to go. Let's see, I think against the Nute squad I'm going to take in my Geonosians. That's definitely the best counter to take against those guys. There's Django and there's Dooku in there, but yeah, my Geonosian squad is pretty hefty. I think they should be able to get the job done pretty easily. I'm gonna go under stealth. All of them under stealth means effectively no one under stealth. Lots of debuffs, but we can get rid of the debuffs and straight away kill Dooku. And since he's got damage immunity, I'm just gonna get rid of Nute. Man, I love this relics on Spy. He's hitting so hard these days. He's just melting these guys. Still little damage immunity there, so let's save Spy's big hit. Yep, we're gonna save that. Alright, just keep going there. Wait for him to come out of damage immunity. And then we'll land a big hit from Spy. There we go. I think everyone is at full health and full protection. 237k. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Now against this squad, what do I have left? I have my own Bossk left. Well, I didn't use my Bossk. Okay, so I have my Bossk left. I have my Django. Maybe I'll just use my bounty hunters. I think those guys are the best thing to take against this squad. Yeah, so let's get the thing up and see if we can't take out Acolyte. There we go. We don't have to worry about her going under stealth anymore. Let's land an ability block here so that there's no plague going around, and see if we can't take her out now. Excellent. That was easier than I thought. Alright, so 54 there as well. Now we'll just have to take care of ships and we are clear. And they have the Malevolence, which is good to see. Let's take in our Kenobi and finish it off. Alright, most important ship is Plo Koon, and we probably don't need any more. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, so the order of operations is I prefer 5s in the starting lineup. Just a little extra damage that this guy does, and I like to go after Hyena Bomber first and apply buff immunity on Sunfac. Why is Sunfac not taunting? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's not Sunfac, that's Soldier. Huh, that's weird, having Soldier out in the front. Was that Soldier or Spy? One of those guys. So Sunfac is going to come and the as a reinforcement probably. Ooh, that's why they had a Soldier in there, because he almost took out my my Houndstooth. Let's do this and keep working on that guy and try to see if we can't get him down. Okay, let's get rid of those buzz droids. Keep working down on him. Now I think Sunfac is going to come in. Yeah. Well, that threw my plans off a little bit, but I think we'll still get through this team fine. Let's get in this guy. Snips, so that we can We can apply some buff immunity over here. Excellent. Now we'll get down Hyena Bomber in our next turn. So the reason I like to go for Hyena Bomber first is because Hyena Bomber can go around taunt and target Anakin, which I don't like. Okay, hopefully this should finish off everyone. Yep. Okay, ended with 61, and let's see our final score. 2467. Okay, that's a good score. So my opponent has lost. They probably won't be able to recover from this double loss over here. So this was a victory. I'll let you know in the comments how the rest of my battles went, or maybe I'll just wait to post this video before my opponent has had a chance to go, and then give you a final update on whether any of my other teams have had a hold. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, so my opponent has gone, and he wasn't able to clear my team, which was really good to see. Did one-shot the board at the top, no surprise there. Both Malevolence as well as the B teams were all taken out pretty easily. Over here, they struggled a little bit against the DR and Sisters, but at the back out here, couldn't clear my Padme or the Resistance Heroes team. One-shot my CLS and General Grievous. I'm really curious to see what they took against the Grievous with what. Probably JKR, but really struggled a lot against the Heroes as well as Padme. Those teams are really tough if you don't have those specific characters to use against them. So overall, pretty happy. Despite not keeping my Rey on defense, I managed to prevent the full clear and one-shot my opponent's board. So happy outcome. The next match, the finals, is going to be pretty interesting. So you guys should stay tuned for that. I'm facing Sanoku from Dark Lords of Droxine, and he's been in touch with me over the last few days. And he's open to do something fun. So we are actually going to be doing a team GAC for the finals. Both of us will be coordinating together and putting up some fun creative defenses and offenses. So stay tuned for that. In a couple of days you'll be getting the video on that, where we'll see something really interesting on 3v3 teams. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. I will join you guys in a couple of days. Stay safe and happy gaming.